Welcome guys, we have some new leaks here from Dkayed. We are getting the new Trickstar support in the next pack. This is support that is not even out in the TCG. We will take a look at the OTK combo here, and we'll also talk about the new cards that will be released, and I will explain to you how this combo works. Just let's quickly take a look at this. So we are starting here with the Quickstar field spell, then the Trickstar festival to summon tokens. Now we can go into the link to which every time we special summon something to a zone, this card points to, she burns for 200, and then the field spell also burns because a monster burn basically. So when a monster effect burns, then the field spell also burns. So we are burning for 400 in general here, and then we can continue to summon stuff. Once again, burn for 200, burn for 200. We can now special summon something with the link 2. Once again, burn. We will burn even further. And yeah, this is basically the strategy. You can see the life points up here, and then we will have a finisher card that enables us to basically burn for the last remaining life points here. So seems to be the case that we are getting, and you can see it right here, that we are getting 2 OTK decks with the next pack. Yay! I am super hyped. Hopefully they will announce something good for the next pack. Otherwise, this is even more of a skip pack than the last pack was, unfortunately. Please give us something for Christmas. I would be so happy. Give me Whitewoods. I don't care. Give me something that I can play that is not some strange OTK stuff. And we can see right here that now it goes down to, I think, 2-2, and then the finisher card finishes the game to 2000, and we are playing the finisher card now, the link 4, and it kills the opponent. Okay, what has happened here? Let's take a look at the 3 cards that are basically responsible for this kill. It's firstly the Trickstar Holy Angel. These are not new cards, but they are definitely better now with the new cards that we will talk about in a moment here. 2 Trickstar monsters, so easy to summon, and it says if your opponent takes damage by a Trickstar monster. No, this was the wrong one. Each time a Trickstar monster is normal or special summoned to a zone, this card points to inflict 200 damage to your opponent. And we also have the Trickstar Light Stage, the field spell, which also says each time a Trickstar monster you control inflicts battle damage or effect damage. So the Trickstar Holy Angel, this will also inflict 200 damage, which means 400 damage. This is not even that much that you need then, honestly. And then we have Trickstar Bella Madonna, 2 Trickstar monsters, link 4 here, where this linked summon card points to no monsters. It is unaffected by others activated others cards activated effects, which is obviously nice because then it can't be impermed. Obviously, your opponent, if he knows what is happening, can use an imperm on this Holy Angel or an effect Veiler, which would mean that the Trickstar player would then need to summon another one, and then the question remains, is the Trickstar player able to get another one of this out and then still burn for the damage? This also says if this card points to no monsters, you can inflict 200 damage to your opponent for each Trickstar monster in your graveyard with a different name. Obviously, we are cycling throughout our Trickstar monsters by summoning the monsters to the zone that a Holy Angel points to, and then linking them away. And yeah, we are burning our opponent. This is the finisher basically, but we can only use this effect of Trickstar Bella Madonna once per turn. This is hard since the name is mentioned here. So another OTK deck, in my opinion, definitely not as strong as Gimmick Puppet, but we will have to see whether Gimmick Puppet will come unhit to us in Master Duel. So this is something to be aware of, to take a look at. But now let's take a look at the new cards. We were getting a lot of Trickstar cards that have not yet been released in the TCG. Trickstar Hoodie is coming to us. If you control Trickstar Fusion or Link monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. A really cool extender that we obviously can also use in our kill combo that you have just seen. If this card is sent to the graveyard as material for the link summon of a Trickstar monster, which is obviously what we want to do, especially in our kill combo, you can add 1 Trickstar Fusion or 1 Trickstar Defusion from your deck to your hand. So an extender that also, when it goes to the graveyard, which is not hard to do, gets us another card. Very strong, very good card. This would be a good card in any archetype. Trickstar Aqua Angel. This card is always treated as a Rinses card. Interesting. Link monsters that point to this card cannot be destroyed by battle. And then if you control Trickstar or Rinses monster, we can once again special summon this from hand or graveyard. Interesting. If this card is sent to the graveyard as material, you can look at your opponent's hand and all face down cards they control. Okay, also interesting, we can look at our opponent's hand. This is actually quite strong. You can see right here, the Trickstar cards have these these round things here with icons. I don't know what this is basically achieving, or what is this, what this signals basically. We can look at the top at our opponent's hand and all face down cards they control. Interesting, but obviously doesn't really help us in the kill combo that we have just seen. We have Trickstar, Band, Drumatis, once again with these icons here. We need 2 Trickstar monsters, your Trickstar link monsters that point to this card, gain 1000 attack. Interesting. And then we can only use once. If this card is fusion summoned, we can add 1 Trickstar card from our deck to our hand with a different name from the cards you control and in your graveyard. And if either player takes effect damage, you can target 1 face-up monster on the field, change its attack to 0. Definitely not bad, especially considering that we can quite easily trigger this. And let's say we wanted to play into our opponent's board and we need to finish the game. Maybe we have not yet achieved enough effect damage through our combo that we have just seen, because obviously you can also use this combo into an already established board. Then we could, for example, just put something to 0 and then attack over it for the last remaining damage. Definitely a possibility. Trickstar Defusion, which is the card we have read on, I think it was this one here. We can either search the Trickstar Fusion or the Defusion. Activate one of these effects. Fusion, summon 1 Trickstar Fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing its materials from your graveyard. That's nice. Basically for free, if you want to call it that. Immediately after this effect resolves, link summon 1 Trickstar monster. Okay, we can also link summon on our opponent's turn. Very interesting. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 Trickstar monster you control. This turn, your opponent's monster cannot target monsters for attacks except that monster while you control it. Okay, and an additional protection effect. And we can use both of the effects once per turn. Very nice. This is a new thing with trap cards in this new era of Yu-Gi-Oh! That basically all of them, and a lot of spell cards as well, have this additional effect of having the ability to be banished for a bonus effect. Makes sense, I guess, to make trap cards better. So I definitely like it. Trap cards, the most underused cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! We have Trickstar Colchia, which is also a new one here. One non-link Trickstar monster. You can make this link 1. They are getting a link 1. Not quite sure whether they already have a link 1 or whether this is the first one that they have. I think this is the first one. Link 1's obviously. Oh, there's another one, the Trickstar Bloom, but it needs a level 2 or lower Trickstar monster, which not all of them are. So this is easier to summon. Obviously, link 1's most of the time are very strong. You can only special summon this once per turn when a monster is destroyed by battle, or by battle involving your Trickstar monster while this card is in your graveyard. You can banish this card and target one of those destroyed monsters, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack it had on the field. Okay, another really cool option to kill when going into your opponent's turn to basically finish. This deck might be even better having or getting the kill when it is going second, might be the case. With these cards that we have just read. Very interesting. Then we have a Trickstar Noble Angel link 2. If this card is link summoned, we can add 1 blue tiers card from deck to hand. We will look at this in a moment. If you have a fusion monster on your field or in your graveyard, you can target 1 Trickstar monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Very nice. I think this is not that hard to achieve. If either player takes effect damage, you can target 1 face-up card on the field, destroy it. Also very strong for a link 2. I think this is a very, very good link 2. And then we have Maiden of Blue Tears, which is the new Blue Tears card. You might know the other Blue Tears card if you have played the TCG recently, the Angel of Blue Tears, that was in the Fiendsmith archetype being milled to the graveyard via the, how is the rank 6 girl called, I'm not quite sure, but she can send cards from the deck to the graveyard. You can send the Angel of Blue Tears and then copy the effect of, I think, a trap card in the conventions card from your graveyard, set 1 normal trap. You can set 1 normal trap. So this was used to, for example, set a dimensional barrier. Very, very strong, but this is not the one we are talking about. Obviously, we are talking about the Maiden of Blue Tears. If your opponent special summons a monster and you control a link monster, not hard to achieve this, target one of those summoned monsters, destroy it. Very nice. And if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half its original attack. Okay, once again, burning here. If either player takes effect damage while this card is in your graveyard, not hard to achieve. You can banish this card and target 1 normal spell in your graveyard or banishment, set it, but it cannot be activated this turn. Also, a very nice Not quite sure whether you will play this over the other one, but yeah, the Trickstar deck definitely seems to get a lot of support for its burning strategy. We can also quickly take a look at Master Duel meta concerning the rarities of the Trickstar cards that we already have. We quickly have to refresh to this Trickstar. So as you can see right here, the field spell, okay, this is an ultra rare. I guess you will play this at 3. We have also Trickstar Reincarnation. This is the one that you can lock your opponent out from playing the game with Drone and Lockbird. This is the Trickstar variant that I always saw. There's Trickstar Candina, which is an ultra rare, and also the Holy Angel is an ultra rare. So okay, does not seem to be the most cheapest archetype ever. But yeah, we will see whether people will pick this up. So we are getting 2 new OTK decks within the next pack. I don't know what I think about this, but you can let me know in the comments what you are thinking. I am hoping for some good announcement, for some interesting cards and archetypes, hopefully something like Whitebloods or Fiendsmith. We have definitely some spaces left, and I guess Dkayed saves his last big announcement for the like shortly before the pack comes out. So we might see a very meta impacting archetype come this Monday, but let's see what Dkayed gives us here. Let me know in the comments what you think of this Trickstar League. I'm definitely not super hyped, but you can let me know what you think, and we will see each other in the next one.